Hi there, this is Kathy Crow, and this is the Crow Cottage. I am going to show you today what is it? I think it's all, I better show it to myself. All My Love Designer Series paper, or DSP. I'm going to go through it because I only ordered one pack of it, which I'm kind of disappointed I did that because it's so pretty that I am going to have to order more. And I don't know how much I will order before. Hopefully they'll carry it over. I don't know, but it's really nice. Today, this card that I'm doing, I'm going to actually blend it with our Share What You Love paper. That was really good too. I haven't really completed the card we're going to do. I almost got it done. I hurt myself a couple of nights ago really badly, so don't get freaked out by my ugly Band-Aid. I got new knives in our kitchen, and they're super sharp. And the first time I used them on a salad, I was like, whoo, my finger, it's part of it left. Quite a few layers of skin actually went. So this is taking a little while to heal, but it's doing really well. But anyhow, the card that I'm doing is, like I said, it's not completely finished. This is how far I got. And then I realized, you know what, I think this will be really cute to do for today. And then, so it's nearly done. You'll see it finished. And then the other thing I need to do tomorrow, I'm going to have to draw for all the people who shared the video last week. Thank you so much. There were so many of you that did that, and I really appreciate that. It's just surprising how many people that you don't even know are just getting that little link on your Facebook page that think, oh, that's kind of cool, and I really appreciate that. So go ahead and do that. Tomorrow, tune in and I will draw from those names and then share today's, and you'll get entered again for the next week. So anyhow, I kind of got backed up a little bit because Jeff was home a little bit more last week because of the holiday, and I feel like today I'm finally catching up. So I hope I see you online if you're joining me. I'm gonna have to keep checking my that computer over there that I hope gets it up. I don't know that it will. So I'm going to swing us down, but actually I'm not going to swing me down too far because first of all, I want to show you those papers, and I am not sure how far that I'll want to get this over in order for you to see them, and then I need to get my glasses on also so that I can see what I'm doing. And let me get some light shining right on there, and hopefully that will help. As I am able to see online here, then that will help me even more, because I really can't see on my camera very well what you see. There we go. I can finally see it. Okay. So this is the pack. It actually is not as thick a pack as the Share What You Love. Share What You Love is a double pack. That's partly why it costs more. But then Share What You Love has wonderful papers too. So I'm going to want to show you those again. I know I've showed them to you before, but I want to show them to you again. So this, again, they're all double-sided, and when I saw this in the catalog, I liked it, but you're never really sure until you get it here how vibrant those colors really are. But these are really beautiful. They match perfectly with our ink pads, and someone has actually been so kind as to tell us what all those colors are. I don't know if you can tell, but our soft foam, green soft foam, matches that green perfectly, and this little light blue is a perfect match too for the I'm not sure what blue, if that's balmy blue, or I haven't matched them up, and I haven't really looked at that list because anyway, so these are the papers. There was really only one that was a straight Valentine's one. I mean, there's 2 sheets, so you would have 2 sheets of this heart page that has the flowers on the back. And that's one reason I didn't order a lot of this, because I was thinking I can make my own heart backgrounds, and I actually preferred mine to their pattern. That's not always the case. In the floral issue now, I like theirs a lot. It's very pretty. So the card that I'm doing today is going to use this one, and And I'm actually just using this sheet because this is the side that's so cool. It's just, it doesn't always look that great in a photo. I noticed that there were other people that had posted some cards, and if I didn't know how absolutely vibrantly beautiful this paper is, I wouldn't have been as impressed because it just doesn't show up as well on camera. But you can just use a little bit and get this beautiful card. And then I pulled out our old little Petal palette, or yeah, it's Petal palette, to do a little bird there. And I might have to use this bow. I got out my linen thread to tie, but my finger had a hard time tying. So I'm gonna set that aside for now because I also want to just show you really quick because I'm gonna have to cut this piece out. This is the only piece I'll have to get my Big Shot out to cut, and it's from one of the DSP layers. And so I'm actually, I'll set it over there. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose my little bird and my other papers. We're gonna use crumb cake to do this lace dynamic embossing folder to make this cover. I don't know if you can see how detailed that is. You'll see it after I roll it through. And so this is our Share What You Love paper. Now I know you have probably seen it before, but I love this paper. This is some of the best paper they've ever had. And it, again, is double-sided. Excuse my clock going over there. It's shimmery on this sheet. There are a couple of sheets that aren't shimmery, but they're just equally gorgeous colors. And I love that pattern. That's one of my favorite patterns. And this one is shimmery also. And the other thing about the Share What You Love paper is that you get 4 sheets. It's a little heavier cardstock than some of them. This one is a lighter weight. I don't know what the weight is. It probably says on the back, but I'm not gonna look at it. Just take my word for it. This one is light enough weight that it's, you can treat it with like paper a little easier. With that one, you can do a sack, but you might want to be careful with a box or a bag with that cardstock. This is heavy duty, so you can do that. It has this great script on the back that is some foreign script. So no, I'm wrong. It's not foreign. Is it Latin? Because I'm seeing flower names, Helianthus and Passiflora and anyway. So yeah, those are probably Latin names. And then there's this shimmery one again. This one again is one that it doesn't do justice in your picture. It's just really cool. And this one, this is the last one. I think this is my absolute favorite of this pack because it is shimmery. It also is this turquoise, aqua, and olive color. That's my favorite combination. And it also has this pattern, which we're using today. And to tell you the truth, because this side is so gorgeous, I have such a hard time using this side. But this has a nice vintage effect. And after I use all this up for all the other things I want, then I use my little leftover scraps to cut out circles and things at night. And so I'm going to use this circle thinlet, and I'm only going to cut as much as I'm going to need because I know I am going to be using this paper for other things, and I don't want to use it all up. So let me get this paper out of the way and show you that sorry about that. The stitched labels, framelits, dies is what I took this circle out of. And now I'm done showing you all of our paper. So what I'm going to do is move the camera up a bit just because I need to get the Big Shot in here. And the Big Shot is named that way because he's a big guy. And I need to have plenty of room to roll the roller. So I'm just going to use this little tiny, oops, I was grabbing my actual label, this little scrap that I punched out or cut out, and I'm laying it on my my magnetic plate, and then this very used cutting plate that comes with it, and then another one on top. And then I'm just going to roll that through, and it will cut out a really nice circle. Excuse me for rolling or jiggling the table, but you get what's going on. And then I can just punch this out. Now the little pieces there, I'll get those later. I'm not gonna take time right now, but I have the little pokey tool, and it'll cut those out nicely. And then I don't need to use the roller for any more cutting, but I do want to run my dynamic folder through. So let me grab the plate that I need for that. I actually am using my regular Big Shot platform and not my magnetic one for this. I'm finding that my magnetic platform for these dynamic ones, for the thinner ones, the magnetic plate works great, but it's just a tad thicker. And so I need this regular Big Shot platform, the one that your Big Shot came with. I need that to go with these dynamic textured ones because the texture is so thick. The whole folder is so much thicker. You'll feel it when you get them, and they don't run through there. They don't run through. In fact, this one is even going to be a little bit stiff getting it through. I might have to get my other cover to do it, but we'll see. Maybe it'll go. Oh no, it's going fine. It's just at the end, it kind of like, no, it doesn't really want to, but there, it went and it was fine. And you're gonna see how beautiful this is. Some people say to wet your cardstock just a little bit, but I'm finding I don't need to. I don't need it to be any more detailed than this. This is nice. I love this textured embossing folder. It's really cool. Okay, so that justifies the purchase of that Big Shot alone. Just that. I love that. And so now I can lower my camera down just a little bit, and we'll see if I can get a little bit bigger image for you. And I might end up raising it up again. Who knows? Okay, I want to give a real shout out to my friend Karen who joined my team. And I'm so excited because I think we're going to be able to do some fun things together as a team. And if anybody else would like to join us, please message me. It is just so low key. You would have a wonderful time, and I would just welcome anyone. Karen and I are very friendly people, so you would feel right at home. I'm gonna see if I've got this the right size. I'm pretty close. I just need just a tiny bit off. And because I'm going to just lay it right on this card, I'm gonna just glue it on, and then I'll see how much I need to trim off. Now, I'm using this one particularly because when I cut my finger, I kind of messed up some of my, oh, hi Linda. I hope you are still watching. I'm not sure if you're still there because I never see my comments quick enough. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you are feeling better. I hope you're feeling better. In fact, I'm gonna do a real quick oops, I need to go back because I messed it up now and I can't see. Oh good, there I am. I'm back again. I can't comment, but anyhow, thank you for sharing, and I hope your recovery's going really well. Anyhow, back to this. I've got a little spot on my card. So I thought, well, this is a perfect cardstock to not throw away. I am just going to cover it up, and no one will know that my finger was injured and messed up their card a little bit. I'm gonna, oh, let me get my cutting board out of the way. I'm just using rubber cement, okay? It's old school, I know, but the kindergarten teacher I was working for when I left the elementary school I was at, I was a paraeducator for about 15 years, which I loved doing. The kids were wonderful. At the end of my 15 years, my schedule had been changed to some things that I wasn't all that happy about. And you know what? Sometimes you get a little cranky, so I thought this is a good time to be leaving while I still love the kids and they think I still love them. And actually, I still do love them. They are really fun. But at any rate, one of the teachers, probably it was some mandate from who knows where, they had to get rid of all of their rubber cement. So she had from, not her, I don't think she ever bought any rubber cement, of course, but some teacher many, many years before her had filled the storage room with lots of those big giant cans of rubber cement, and we used them to do scrapbooks with the kids, but that had disappeared a long time ago when they started massively testing children and doing away with all of the fun things in school. So anyhow, and you can tell how I felt about that. Sorry about that. But at any rate, there were a couple of us Paras who took some some rubber cement with us because they were going to just throw it all away. No one wanted it. It's not like the district could ever use it. So I am going to just cut off this little edge right here, and I think I better open my card or it'll be so thick that it might not go well. Okay, let's give it a try. Excellent. Nicely done. Sometimes I go into the card. That wouldn't have been so good. All right, so there's our base. As you can see, this is going to come together very quickly. And then I don't really need my rubber cement out anymore because all of these other pieces are going to have dimensionals on them just to raise that up. And I believe I have some here. Okay. So I've already cut this out. I do need to cut these two pieces out of the, oh, what was it called again? Linda, maybe if you're still there, you'll know. What is this DSP called? Let me grab it is All My Love. Why can't I remember that? I think it's because there are so few hearts in the paper that I can't tell what it is. It looks like you guys are seeing more of the table than I want you to. Let me bring you a little bit closer. And I see comments on my phone. I can't see the comments there. There we go. Okay, I see them now. And anyhow, I need to measure this really quick because I'm not really sure. I just kind of cut them out and stuck them on there and thought, oh, that's kind of pretty. Isn't that how we all work? So this is almost 3 inches. I think I'm going to just remember that it's almost 3 inches across and 4 1/4, almost 4 1/4. Almost is like 1/8 off, in case you're wondering. So almost 3 inches. So we'll do that. And then I'll save that other big piece. I'm certainly going to use every bit of this paper. And then almost 4 inches. So that was like, again, 1/8 off. Okay. And so this is what I'm left with. And let's see, that looks smaller, a lot smaller. See, this is why they always say to measure twice. And I should have, because that is ridiculously smaller. What did I do? Oh, I see what I did. Instead of it being less than 3, it was 1/8 more. So it's 3 1/8. Oh, that does make a difference. There's another little piece I can use. 3 1/8. And this is actually 4 1/4. Oh my goodness. This is what happens when you're doing stuff live. So I'm going to have to waste some of my paper because I'm going to have to cut a whole nother sheet of that. But we'll go ahead and we'll do the 3 1/8 this time. Okay. 3 1/8. That looks about right. Now I'm skeptical. Now I am going to measure twice just to see. 3, and it's actually almost 1/4. So let me go up just a little bit more. If it's a little bigger, I could always trim it, but you can't make it bigger. You can trim it, but you can't make it bigger. Okay, now that is substantially hurting my sheet that I had left, but it doesn't matter because I'm not doing a class with that. I'm gonna be fine. And then this one was 4 1/4, almost, I believe, but I'm a little scared, so I better check again just to be sure. Yes. So we'll just go ahead with our almost 4 1/4. That looks much more appropriate because I still have to cut out this other piece. So this other piece is on the back, and I want the lines to be going up and down. So that means I'm going to be using a great deal more of my paper, which is fine because I did already plan to buy more, right? So let's look and see. Yes, whew, we have enough. Good, good, good. So we're going to cut this one 5 inches by 3 3/4. So 5. Okay, so we want the, let me make sure I'm getting the long side right. So this side is actually 3 3/4. Okay, and I kind of want my, I guess I'll go ahead and leave it. We'll see what happens. 3 3/4, and then this direction was 5, I believe. Yes, okay. Okay, now you've seen how poorly I did in geometry and trigonometry. I was actually not too bad at math, but you wouldn't know it by watching that. Geometry I did not do well in at all. That was poor. Hi Carol, it's nice to see you. Thank you for sharing my card. I appreciate that. It's just nice to see that there's people out there too, because I always feel like I'm just talking to myself. So here we go. We're gonna take this card and just put this askew here. Thank you for liking this card. I thought it was real pretty, but it isn't me. Anyone can make really pretty cards when you've got this beautiful paper to work with, right? I do need to trim this just a tad. I like it. I think I'm going to want it just a little shorter because, for one thing, I really want to see that that lace dynamic folder. In fact, I know that's why those measurements are just off a little bit, because when I got it on before, I thought, oh, that folder is so pretty beneath there that I want to be able to see it. I think my cardstock looks a little larger. No, it's not. It just looks like it is. Okay. So, and then this is going to go like this. And then we're going to just layer this here, and we're going to put this little bird. I got to stamp him, but there he is. He's going to go there, and the little bow there. And I'm actually using the Happy Birthday Sentiment from Sweetest Thing. This set is adorable, and I've been looking to see how to use it. And I haven't really decided yet what I'm going to do, but there are some very great ideas on Pinterest. So if you get this set, this is from our Occasions catalog. And if you buy this with a bundle, because the Thinlits bundle cuts all these little guys out. So, well, I don't know about that. I haven't looked, but it probably does even cut that out. I know it has the label. So you get a label, a couple of them really, and then all these cute little things. And it has little candy treats to put in here, but I'm thinking people are going to be using this one particularly. Well, I don't know. They might use... There's lots of things you can do with these shapes, okay? I'm just saying, there's not limited just to candy dishes. If you're not a big candy fan, you might want to think about that. So I'll just put a couple of these dimensionals on the back and stick that on the card. I hope you guys were in West Virginia. She's probably not too cold. I saw that Chicago was terribly cold. I'm glad it's not that bad here. It was 38 when I checked not too long ago, because I was thinking of going out on a bike ride and wondering how cold it is out there. But my husband sent a note that said, check the weather page for Chicago, and he said check the Drudge Report to see what's happening weather-wise, because on the top of the Drudge Report it says Chicago, freezing. What was it? A frostbite in minutes. It was so cold. Oh my goodness. I have a brother that lives in Wisconsin, and Jeff, my husband, has a brother that lives there too. So I'm really hoping that they're staying warm because it's cold. It sounds bitterly cold. At least because they at least have trees and lakes and some beautiful things to go with that cold. So I am oftentimes a little jealous about what they have. Oh, I kind of want that lower. I think I want that there. Okay, and then I'm going to just use a glue dot to stick this. Now, I double tied it. Let's see if I can do it, because I am going to want this on this card. And so to double tie your knot or your bow, you might want to start with a bigger piece, because I actually didn't plan to do that. I was going to tie it through. Then I realized this finger is going to be extremely limiting in what I can do. So I thought, well, I'm not going to throw away a good piece of linen thread. Let's just try to make this work. And there's one good thing about having a Band-Aid on. It does make a nice gripper, so it sort of grips that linen thread pretty well. It's just that since I have no dexterity right now, I'm not sure if I can shape it right. But actually, you know what? That worked out pretty good. That worked out better than a lot of my tying skills. So maybe wearing a Band-Aid's not a bad idea for me. Maybe that would actually enhance my card making skills. That's kind of sad. Okay, so there we go. Cute little bow. And then I'm going to just trim the ends after I get that on there. But first of all, I put it on there and forgot to stamp my sentiment. But it's okay because I did not put anything under there. I think it's going to be all right. But you know what? To be on the safe side, I think I'm just going to take some of my little scraps of paper that I have laying around here and slide it under a little bit where I'm going to put that sentiment if I can. I know I have other scraps laying around, but this is going to do. And then I think that's going to give me at least a little bit of height so that when I stamp this little happy birthday on there, it will show. I mean, it won't get all wobbly and messed up. We'll find out, won't we? This is always what happens. And then I didn't use I thought I used Flirty Flamingo, but obviously I didn't. I think I wanted to use Berry Burst, but then I discovered that is the one ink pad that I don't have. I thought I had every ink pad, but I do not have Berry Burst. So we're going to go with Melon Mambo instead. And it looked okay, right? It's close. Oh, I was sliding that out, but I forgot. I actually want that in. So we'll just try to put it on correctly. All right, and here we go. We'll see if it'll go without. Pretty good, yes. I should have done it a little higher, but it's okay. It's fine. And then, because I actually would have liked it more here on the stems instead of on those flowers, but that's okay. It worked. And now for our little guy. Now this is going to be a little tricky because I cut him out. Of course, normally you would want to stamp him first. And you know what? I haven't used my Petal palette set in a long time. And so here is why we wanted new stamps, and Stampin' Up! Followed through on that pretty quickly. These are so smooth that when I stick this on the block, it is going to stick for a few minutes, but it does not stick well enough. So Stampin' Up! Solved that problem. Now I'm going to show you, so I'll press it on there. Of course, now it's going to stick because I'm talking about it, but normally they don't, okay? These smooth ones, but those are the old ones. You won't get those anymore. So when you order your clear rubber stamps, they are already so tacky that I'm actually going to show you at the end how to make sure you get your stickers on there right. If you have any of these in your house, then just go to the craft store, find stencil adhesive. It'll say repositionable. Repositionable, that's the thing. It's got to be repositionable. I had a little bit of hard time finding this. I had to hunt it down. Nobody knew where it was in the store because they have so many areas that carry adhesives, because it just depends on what medium you're using, you know, what kind of adhesive you've got. So I it probably took me a half hour, and I don't think maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it was only 15 minutes, but it felt like an hour to find. And it's been well worth it. It was kind of pricey. I think it was almost $5 for this little thing, but definitely worth it. Now I am going to have to kind of wait for it to dry, and you'll want to make sure those thoroughly dry before you put them back into your case. And this case, I didn't save my rubber mat. You want to save your little mat, then your stamps will stay in there nicely. So I'm not going to wait too long here. Let me blow on it because I want to get going and get this guy stamped. It's going to make a mess on my block, but I'm used to cleaning this stuff off because a whole bunch of my stamps have got it. And I think I'm going to use soft suede, and then we'll color it in with a little bit of pink. I could have used, actually would have been kind of cute to use some of that matching Petal pink cardstock. Maybe I should do that. Let's see. I might not be able to successfully stamp this. I'm not very good once I've cut it out. It's pretty tough to do. You definitely want to stamp and then cut. But, you know, miracle of miracles. It went, woohoo, went just fine. So I don't have to worry about that. Let me grab a blending pen and we'll just do a very light, I hope this is light. Let's see what it is. This is light pink pirouette. Now this is a retired color. I'm thinking this might not match, and I can see why it's retired. It barely looks pink at all, but this is actually a nice set for your flesh tones in images, but I don't need that one. That one's way too light. So let's grab the Flirty Flamingo. Sounds awfully dark. Let's see what else I have. And we have, let's see what this is. This looks like some kind of coral. Light Calypso Coral. I don't think that's going to work. So let's try this and see. Yes, that's perfect. So we're just going to use this on him. I know no bird ever looked this color, but I do. Oh, it's so dark. No, I don't want it to be that dark. How come that's so much darker on that side? Oh, it's the same color. Okay. It's okay. We're going to color him like this, but we're not doing his whole belly in that color. We'll grab out the dark pink pirouette. Okay, we're going to, although the trouble with the dark pink pirouette is it's just not, it's going to give it too much of a brown tone, and I just don't really want that brown tone. So here you see me struggling with my pens. This one is Petal pink, but it looks ivory, so that's why I didn't touch it when I was looking. It looks really ivory. You know what? I'm not at all happy with this. What's the problem? I might have to get out my old Tombows. Let's look here. These blending pens are really nice. I'm insisting on using it because they do have a really nice coverage, but the problem is that I cannot find this pink. Somebody tell me, what color am I missing? I need one of these colors. Oh well, we'll just keep going with this because I'm not finding it. I'm going to just continue with the one I did and see what happens. How come that looks more pink? After it dries, it kind of looks a little bit more pinky. Nice. Okay, then we're going to just go ahead and use this to try to make his wings a little darker. We'll see what it looks like. I haven't done this, so I had no idea how it was going to turn out, and I'm not completely happy, but I'm not completely dissatisfied either, so let's try this darker one. No, I don't like that at all. Oh well, that's what we're getting anyway. All right. I'm not thrilled with that, but it's actually going to still look really cute on this card because the card's so cute. Right? Look at you. Little pink bird. How sweet. Okay, so we need a little little glue dot will work nicely here. I'm just going to grab one of these for convenience and stick it on the back of my little bird, because I don't want it to stick up too much, because all of those other, oops, I kind of curled it. I better use that for my bow, because I curled that too much. So we'll stick that on like that and trim my end. And then we will grab another glue dot, and this time I'll do it the right way and stick my little bird. Make sure I'm getting him the right side, because your blending pins bleed through so much it's hard to tell sometimes what which side's the front and which side is the back. The blending pins make really nice watercoloring tools. So if you are a colorer, a coloring type person, you will want some of those blending pens. Okay, there you go. He's sweet. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I'm reminding you that there are lots of great deals in the Occasions catalog. I was going to find it for you to show you, but unfortunately, I think that I am looking through the Occasions catalog right now for myself, and I have no idea where it is, because I probably have a whole big list going there. But I hope you had a great time watching today. Appreciate that you shared. That was very kind of you. And I want to make sure that I let you know, again, tomorrow I'll be drawing names to see who won last week's drawing, and putting names in for all this week, whoever shares these videos. I also want to make sure that I let you know that my email is actually going to be coming from, it could be coming from a different email address. It'll still say Kathy Crow's Cards, but I'm going through MailChimp now. So if it looks a little bit different, please don't put it in your spam folder. And if you don't get it this week, check your spam folder. That's where it's going to be. I'm going to swing you up, and it looks like that the day is beautiful out there. It's sunny. Well, sort of sunny. There's some blue sky, and I'm going to go with that, because if it's nice enough, then I can go, hi, Kara. I can go on a bike ride, yay. And maybe get out and get some pruning done. I've got a whole lot of pruning, like those honeysuckle bushes and, well, they're vines, okay? Vines. Got a lot of vines to cut down. The roses are going to start budding. I'm telling you, the roses are going to start budding in about 2 or 3 weeks. Get out there, get those roses pruned. Bye. See you later.